Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Kutti Kathas, a podcast where we bring you enchanting stories from Hindu culture, Indian folklore, and timeless parables filled with magic, adventure, and life lessons. Have you ever wondered why Lord Ganesha is worshipped first? Or how a little squirrel helped Lord Rama? Or maybe you've heard of the wise Birbal and his clever tricks. Every story we share is packed with wisdom, laughter, and wonder. Stories that have been told for generations but still feel magical today. So sit back, relax, and let's journey into a world of gods, kings, sages, and talking animals. Are you ready for today's tale? Let's begin. Before we start today's tale, let's start off with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, say Om for as long as you can. Mahabaleshwar Temple, Atma Linga. It is hard to describe the peace and magic you feel when you walk into a temple. The smell of the agarbatti and jasmine flowers in the air, the cool stone under your bare feet, and the sound of the temple bells wrap around you like a big hug. Temples aren't just a place of worship, but rather they are sanctuaries where the divine meets every day. Every stone and carving tell a legend of faith and echoes the devotion of generations past. In this series, Temple Tales, we'll explore stories of some of the most beloved temples, including how they came to be and the deities that people flock to worship. Did you know that Ravana was a great devotee of Lord Shiva? Yes, I am talking about the same Ravana who kidnapped Sita in the Ramayana. He loved Shiva so much that he wanted to bring him to Lanka to worship him there. But someone stopped him. This is the story of the Atma Linga, the soul of Lord Shiva. Ravana, the mighty demon king, already had it all: power, strength, and a palace made of gold in Lanka. But he still wanted more. Just like him, his mother, Kaikeshi, was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. She prayed to Shiva every single day, hoping to make her son invincible. One day, Lord Indra, the king of gods, got scared. If Kaikeshi's prayers were answered, Ravana would be unstoppable. So, Indra stole the Shivalinga she worshipped and threw it into the ocean. Ravana's mother was devastated when she came to find that her beloved linga had disappeared. She refused to eat or pray until it was returned. Ravana felt terrible and wanted to comfort her. Because of his own devotion to Lord Shiva, he promised to go to Mount Kailash and pray for Shiva to come to Lanka. Ravana went to the Himalayas and undertook a long and tough penance. But even after a long time, there was no sign of Lord Shiva. Then Ravana did something unbelievable. He started offering his heads to Shiva, one by one. Just as he was about to offer his 10th and final head, Lord Shiva appeared. He restored Ravana's heads and granted him great strength. Ravana then made a bold request. "Please, come with me to Lanka, so my mother and I can worship you there." Shiva agreed. He gave Ravana his own Atma Linga with one condition. If you place this linga on the ground, even for 1 second, it will stay there forever. No power in the universe can move it. Ravana was thrilled. He carefully carried the divine Atma Linga and began his journey back to Lanka. All the gods were worried. Ravana had already gotten unparalleled power, but with the Atma Linga in Lanka, he would basically be invincible. So they rushed to Lord Vishnu, who came up with a clever plan. Now, Ravana, being a great religious man, was very strict about performing his daily duties including taking bath and praying at the end of each day. Lord Vishnu, knowing this, used his Sudarshan chakra and covered the sun, giving the illusion that it was dusk. Now, there was no watches or cell phones back then, so that was the only sign to know when to perform his night rituals. But he had a problem. Where do I place the linga while I pray? Just then, he spotted a young Brahmin boy nearby, tending to some cows. But what he did not know was that was none other than Lord Ganesha in disguise. Ravana asked, "Can you please hold this linga while I finish my prayer?" The boy nodded and said, "I'm not very strong, and I don't have much time. I'll call your name 3 times. If you don't return, I'll have to place it down." Ravana promised to come back quickly and walk towards the water of the ocean for his prayers. But Ravana had hardly reached the ocean when Ganesha called out, "Ravana! Ravana! Ravana!" Ravana came running back. Too late. The linga was on the ground. Furious, he chased after the boy and tried to stop him, but all he could catch was 1 ear of a cow before they disappeared. All that remained was the cow's ear, giving the place's name Gokarna, ear of the cow. Now Ravana tried everything to lift the Atma Linga. He used all 20 of his powerful arms, but it wouldn't budge. The linga had taken root, and so the Atma Linga remained in Gokarna, where a grand temple was built around it, the Mahabaleshwar temple in Karnataka. To this day, it is believed that Lord Shiva's soul resides there, and devotees from all around the world come to bow before the sacred symbol of power and devotion. Just nearby, the beach in Gokarna naturally forms the shape of Om, a sacred sound in Hinduism, making the town not just a place of legend, but a true spiritual destination. So, what's the moral of this story? Even the strongest powers must be guided by wisdom and humility. Ravana had strength, devotion, and powerful blessings, but his pride and desire for control led to his downfall. 2. True devotion is selfless, not selfish. Ravana wanted the Atma Linga all for himself and to gain more power, but God belongs to all, not just one person. Thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget to share the story with your friends and subscribe to our channel. As always, keep learning and keep smiling. Hari Sharnam.